So again, back to this, I guess I should say delving maybe a little deeper into the ascendant path, and deeper meaning higher. What we're entering, a lot of us, it is gonna, I guess for necessary reasons, include ambiguity, because I guess at some point, I guess those of us who teach, we call ourselves to an extent protecting the mysteries, but we're not really in the time of having things veiled and revealed, but more like an unveiling. It's just purely apocalyptic. So only maybe the untrained mind, or one who doesn't have a general sense of academia, they may not be able to catch, or you know what I mean, they may not be able to glean all of the gems that may come from the things we teach. But we're not interested in hiding anything. But what we do want to do, though, is be creative enough to make these things increasingly more palatable, though. Right, that part. To entertain, to entertain. You still can't forget the basics. And this is a lot of times why many crusaders may not have had as easy of a time dealing with the populace when it comes to the spreading of their message. Because again, the charismatics, they had a movement. So charisma, that's what gets your movement moving. Even a reliable product, if the person is not exceptionally charismatic, the reliable product will have enough character on it to represent character. You say, I don't know the CEO of such and such brand, but their material sure is great. Look at the style, look at the, you know what I mean? You're commenting on it, and you know that it is an extension of whoever the owner is, but you may not know the ins and outs. So again, these things are what's involved in the ascended path. It's almost like each teacher is kind of fragmenting themselves, and not to say breaking apart or being fractured, but maybe an expression of multiplicity to an extent, where you might see, like, a lot of us, we done tripled up on our work. You think we have a team now because of the way things are ratcheted up, because of the productivity spikes. It makes it seem like, oh man, okay, they on now. Somebody put them on. They got a little team behind them. But in all reality, a lot of times it's just a surge of inspiration that floods the person, where they're really having that social network Mark Zuckerberg moment. They're having that, where they're gonna build it up and answer all of the questions, everything that's going on in their mind that night. And because they're putting it out there, that means it can be marketed. It could be marketable. That's the advantage of social media, for real. Yes, it's like handling a dangerous weapon if you're just gonna be on there saying anything, because whatever you're saying is gonna stick to who you are. And you are being captured in snapshots of time. So, you know, don't just be on here willy-nilly as if there's no such thing as wizards or warlocks that work with, you know, imaging and being able to capture and trap people in. Those things happen. But if you're carrying your purpose with enough force, a lot of these attacks you won't even notice. Your momentum will just be too much. It'll be done snapped through that. You're a speeding comet, so you know any a grain of sand is not going to be noticed. Not even a ton of grain of sands. If you're a supernova, your fire is not asking questions about what material is dissolving. because you have a fire in you that continues to burn, but it doesn't dissolve you. This is the mystery behind the burning bush. And bush is usually referred to the hair on the head. Back to the crown again. The burning bush, the burning mind. The mind on fire, right? Alicia Keys said girl on fire. Denzel said man on fire. 50 Cent said club on fire. Like fire on your mind. Or fiery mind. Mental activity, energetic, the realm of intellectualism. The truly transcendental sphere. I know that sometimes they connect it with the solar, but there's a lot of crown and third eye energy that goes into that mental thing. Yeah, you have a heart mind, you have many different minds controlling the different energies of your body per se. Like all of you as conscious. But the body, the spiritual God body of a lot of master teachers are starting to morph now. So we're starting to sprout wings, and all kind of animals are starting to be attached to parts of us. Some of us are like growing extra eagle heads on our shoulders and jackals and lion faces. Some of us are like turning into half leopards, half dragon, half eagle. Yeah, in the spirit realm, in the 4D, in the mishmash of what desire and soul, in the blender, in the existential milkshake. Yeah, all of that stuff is being put right, stacked right on top of it. Yup, that's right. Anything you think of, in the order that you think of it. That's how 4D works. You could be in there. The atrocities are like, they're not so atrocious when you look at the swinging of the mind. A person could be thinking about abstaining. So you have a man or a woman multiplied by 3 wearing priestly garments or some kind of nun habit. But then their next 3 thoughts to be of the wildest lust. And then that'll be stacked or attached to the bodies of the sacred practitioners, you understand? So that's the 4D reality, that everything is stacked. Ascendant masters are now being assigned to directly clean that up so that understanding can be available, because it's getting clogged up right there. And 4D is getting packed. That's why you're seeing wild apparitions and everything happening in your 3D space, because 4D is jam-packed. You just gonna see spooky stuff right in your 3D world, whether you're awake or asleep. You just gonna be seeing things in the sky, on the ground, right in front of you, seeing things in your mind, right in front of your face, because it's jam-packed. It's so chaotic there that they just starting to spill out of that dimension. I don't even know if there's room in that dimension, if there's a such thing as a dimension having a capacity, but it seems like they're packed to capacity in 4D, and they just bled on over. So all ascended masters and all master teachers who know at least 4 or 5 different schools of thought, go ahead and start building your egregores, or send your vibration out through the cosmos of whatever signature you want this current deluge to be permeated by, because the eon was omniversal. This was, I guess, when you say the Great Reset, let's put the in all capitals and add an extra E to it. This was the Great Reset. Not the Great Reset, but the Great Reset. That's what this is. And so everything is being made over, and may the strongest vibration win. And don't think just because you stand for good or make a claim or declaration to stand for good that's automatically gonna boost your vibration off GP above some dark practitioner who's severely self-disciplined. No, the power is gonna go to the one who wields it. This is how the God force works, the Christ force works. It's non-discriminate, it's non-judgmental, it's pure. And this is what a lot of institutions of the religious variety used to, and maybe currently still do have problems with. The fact that it's so open. And it sounds like, well, no, they want things to be open. They're opening up things to everybody. No. When it comes to religion, there's a certain country club mentality where you kind of want it off GP. There's groups and sections of that thing, they just want it off GP. They don't really want to go get it. They just want to, you know what I mean? They want to get told by the leader and kind of get walked through it rather than trying to arrive there on their own. Super T Sigma programming. Stay illuminated, people. Peace.